Group 5 discussion class. And so today's topic is so major world sporting events are bad investments. We have mad monkeys. Mad monkeys that says yes, it is bad. And we have toothless tigers that says it is not. Oh, sorry. My bad. Good investments. Okay. Okay. So they'll have 2 minutes. Each speaker will have 2 minutes to speak, and then I'll give you 30 seconds to prepare your review. Okay. Okay. So first speaker, mad monkeys. 승주. Okay. When you're ready. Ready? Start.
There are two global sporting events in the world. One is the World Cup, the other is the Olympic Games. The World Cup is the World Soccer Game, and then the Olympic Games are the international athletic contest. Their main events are different in many ways. However, they have a similarity. It is the festival of people around the world. These events are necessary. Our team believes that these events give benefits such as goodwill between nations and economical opportunities and happiness of our people. The first reason why major world sporting events are good is because they can create goodwill and unity between nations. When the World Cup or the Olympic Games are held, many people from all over the world focus on these events. They watch games of their countries and other countries. Not only they can learn about other nations through these events, but also they can become interested in the participating nations and get many information about these nations. Also, diplomatic relations between countries can be closer as they give and receive to help each other. Accordingly, they can maintain friendly relations with other nations. Therefore, most wars are suspended for these events. For example, North Korea and South Korea were separated by a civil war. However, in the 2004 Athens Olympics,
Okay.
Time's up.
Okay. 30 seconds. Okay, this is first speaker for sporting event is bad. Ready? Start.
Faster, higher, stronger is the cry of the Olympic motto.
But in reality, what does it really refer to? Since you said Olympic can create unity and friendship, but instead it degenerates into bloody competition among nations and chimerical battlefield between continents. Today, we are going to focus on the hypocrisy of the Olympic Games through these two ideas, Go Green and equality. Many of you may think Go Green has nothing to do with the Olympics, but Go Green is a viral hypocrisy of the Olympic Games. Unlike Olympic Games held in the cities, which it has its own environment problems, the Winter Games need to build many structures such as ski runway in the mountains. To construct this infrastructure, nature had to give way. The recent Sochi Olympic is known as the most environmentally destructive games in the history of the Olympics. This is because much of the infrastructure for the Sochi Games had to be built from scratch on what was once a protected national park. Acres of mountain, forest and meadows had to be cut down as part of the construction, and Vishnupad River, once a beautiful clear river, had now become toxic trickle. At the age where global warming is such a big issue, is the Olympics that important to government go and destroy beautiful natural environments? So far, I have used the hypocrisy of Olympic Go Green. Next, the second speaker will focus on the equality. Thank you for the listening.
Okay. 30 seconds.
It is true that sporting events such as World Cup or Olympics is unfair. However, some nations have more outstanding skills while others don't. They would encourage each other and improve by the Olympics and World Cup. The second reason why world sporting events are important is because host country can earn lots of money. The Olympic Games can become a good source of money for the hosting country. The benefits are divided into two major groups, the short-term or long-term. In the short-term, host country gets many visitors. These visitors, when they go to the Olympics, visit museums, stay in hotels, etc. The long-term are divided into three minor categories. The first category is the creation of infrastructure for the Olympics that meet the global standards. The second one is the routine after getting international attention through the media coverage. The third category is the creation of educational youth programs in the country using the money from the games. There can also be more job creations for many people in the country. In the end, hosting the Olympic Games can be seen as an economic boost to the country because of the high money flow you constantly get during and after the Olympic Games. Thus, our team think world sporting events are a good investment.
The first speaker simply presents the hypocrisy of the Olympic Games in its destruction of nature. Now I will talk about the equality between the rich and the poor people. Olympic Games cry out equality, but do they really think that rich and poor share the wealth made from the games? There are big wide gaps between the rich and the poor, and the games make the gap even more wider. One such example is the slave labor conditions that workers work under. Do you remember the lovely cute dolls that was used by 2012 London Olympics? Those cute dolls, by the way, was made by slave labor. The factories that made those dolls were from China, and the workers worked under slave conditions, getting paid 10,000 won a day. And now we can see this same pattern happening in Brazil. It is preparing for 2014 World Cup and 2018 Rio Olympic Games. In Brazil, the workers have been given a strict schedule of labor to complete the stadium before the World Cup opens in 3 weeks. The workers who are being paid bare minimum compared to the amount of work they have to do, having protesting their unfair work conditions. Events are always involved with unfair judgment or rulings, upsetting many athletes and nations. And we see the rich getting more richer, while the poor becomes even more poor. I would like you to think about this situation and really consider whether we should still have major sporting events. Thank you.
30 seconds. Okay. You ready? Please stop.
That the Olympic and World Cups institution construction destroy the environment is fact. However, we have seen that some organizations are striving to complement it. We must try to make healthy Earth to keep play on Olympic and World Cup. First of all, world sporting events are good because they can create goodwill and unity between nations. Through these sports, we can unite whole world into one and can make wonderful world in which the people help each other. Second, we can earn money for world sporting events. The country that hosts World Cup or Olympics will make a lot of money by tourism. Lastly, major world sporting give us a great happiness. The World Cup and the Olympics are very fun and they make people happy. Brazil has always been known as a nation that likes to party, and so the 2014 World Cup in June will be one big world party. Many people host the festivals to get rich, but we must host festivals for fun, not just for money. So we are saying the World Cup and the Olympics are good investment for overall happiness of people around the world. Thank you.
When you're ready, start.
Yusuf said that these games are fun and give happiness to people. But Jill said earlier, robbers do not share this enjoyment. We have presented our cases regarding hypocrisy of going green and equality. All the nations promised going green, but they did not keep their promise. Such do not protect the national park and make using the river toxic trickle, and they say to implement environment friendly. Also, host nations have failed to protect people from slave labor. Even from the recent London Olympic to the next game in Brazil, many people are forced to work in slave conditions. For the reasons we think that Olympic would not hold from now on. Thank you for listening.
Okay. Thank you. I'll tell you the score next time. 잘했어. Okay. Okay, this time we switch the teams, so it's maybe sporting events are bad in this time. So this is Raging Rabbits is going to say, no. Taylor's Chooks are going to say it is bad investment, and the Raging Rabbits are going to say it's good investment. Okay. So, the first speaker is Yeji from Taylor's Chooks. Okay, so when you're ready, start.
Hello everyone. As you know, we're going to discuss about is it a good or is it a bad investment to host major world sporting events. Major world sporting events include the World Cup and the Olympics. These are just sporting events, but there are many problems associated with these events, the nations and cities. I would like to tell you the reason why there should not be the world major sporting events. In the grand view of issues, big sporting events such as World Cup could bankrupt the economy of a nation, and it is also connected with crime. From now on, let's think about the expenses of having these sporting events. The 2014 World Cup will be held in Brazil soon, and it was foolish of the government to hold an event without a stable base of economy. Therefore, the people of Brazil have been strongly disagreeing about hosting the World Cup. Similarly, Canada has debt about $1 billion because they could not earn enough money than they expected from 2010 Winter Olympic. As a result, they are left in financial ruin. And another example of expenses is that most of the stadiums are not used after an event, such as Olympic Stadium. It charges nearly millions of dollars to manage annually, and all of these costs will be paid by taxes. Therefore, we need to remind that the major world sporting events could jeopardize the economy of a nation. For the next argument, Jung-hyun will continue with issues concerned with crimes. Thank you for listening.
Okay, 30 seconds. 30 seconds. When you're ready.
actually using money to build stadiums don't waste that much. Because FIFA support money to build with the stadiums, Gilberto Carvalho, who is the Brazil chief of staff, said during the past 4 years, the welfare budget is 370 trillion won, but building stadiums cost is 4 trillion won. So our team will talk about the advantages of hosting a major event. First, hosting a major event makes people happy. Second, hosting a major event brings economic benefits. First of all, let me ask you something. Why Olympics and World Cup are held? This is because they give enjoyment to many people. Please think about it. You are tired with your daily routine. You have a chance to see the world sports stars competing in arenas. You will be able to see the games with interest, and you will be able to get rid of your stress by trolling for your country or players. When your country or players succeed, you will become happy and you will be encouraged to do your work. And there's actually research that says hosting big sporting events results in a measurable increase in happiness for the local population. In Cooper's book, Soccernomics, published in 2012, he wrote that after a country hosts a soccer tournament, its inhabitants report increased happiness. If happiness of people increase, people will work hard, have a stable lifestyle, and increase crime will be decreased. Thank you.
30 seconds. Okay. Yeah, let's go. Okay, when you're ready. Ready? Okay, ready? Alright, ready? Start.
As I will mention again, these sporting events make us excited, but this feeling only exists just for a while, and in addition, enthusiasm is connected with crime and sin. It could create bad incidents, even murder. Also, as a Christian, enthusiasm is one of the things to avoid in order to follow God. Thus, a feeling such as excitement cannot be the reason why we should have major sporting events. All sporting events are usually connected with crime, as I said. This is because it is the season when people crowds. According to the Human Science Research Council, one of the main fears of South Africans for the 2010 World Cup was the increase of crime, probably because of the arrival of thousands of wealthy tourists. As a matter of fact, the enthusiasm or excitement, which is the main purpose of these sporting events, are related with crime. On 2013 September, there was a case of murder caused by verbal disagreement between different baseball fans in America. As we can see in this case, excitement could also lead a person to commit a terrible crime. And to see the biblical point of view, since we're Christians, those sporting events are the tools that Satan used to make us become estranged from God. To see both earthly and biblical view, there is no doubt sporting events give us a bad effect because it is related to crime and sin. Therefore, we think major sporting events are not beneficial. Thank you.
30 seconds. I need to make sure Okay, ready? Go.
Olympic is just a big party. There is excitement and people can
can't get out of their boring daily routines, Olympics can stimulate one's emotions and increase national pride. According to FIFA's investigation, the finals related 250 channels to 204 countries, and the number of viewers was more than 800,000 during the 2010 World Cup in South Africa. While 1 month, all citizens of the world concentrated on the nation. If you forbid Olympics, what would be worse reaction? You can't reasonably say Olympics is bad just with dramatic example. Many are worried about the economic costs of hosting a major sporting event. These are some of the economic benefits and potential opportunities of the Olympics and other major sporting events. First, Olympic creates jobs. Typically, major sporting events require investment in building stadiums and hotels. Second, Olympic Games has long-term economic benefits. Hosting the Games can be a great benefit in long term, such as boosting tourism and increase of trade partners. This is the biggest reason for the yearning to become the host country. Finally, Olympic encourages investment in transport and infrastructure. Major sporting events usually require upgrades to transport and communication links. Better transport links reduce congestion and help to improve efficiency for local business. It can help increase the productivity of the economy. That is all my opinion. Thank you.
30 seconds. Ready? Go.
Mayan has mentioned about the economic benefits. However, those events are just big party, and we don't usually host part to earn money from it. We cannot but spend money for it to host the party. Rather, it gives enthusiasm to people, not a profit. Likewise, sporting events may give enthusiasm, not a profit. From now on, I would like to summarize all the main points we have discussed. Our team line was, there should not be the major for sporting events. I insisted the great expenses of hosting sporting events, and Jung-yeon has mentioned the crime increasing where sporting events held. As we know, there are many people dying by famine on the other side of this planet, while some other countries spend a large amount of money just for their amusement. Instead of spending money for sporting events, it will be more valuable to help people in need. Although sporting events amuse us, we will find more pleasure by helping people in need with all our hearts. Based on both worldly and biblical viewpoints, there is less profit we can earn from major sporting events. Thus, we agree with the idea that major world sporting events are rather harmful. Thank you for listening.
반박 자체를 못하겠고. 잠시만요.
You have 30 seconds.
30초 동안 제가 할 수 있는 게 문장이 없이 쓸 수가 있습니다. 잠시만요.
Ready? Ready? Start.
My country still hosts World Cup and the Olympics despite the costs. Because it's not always about making a profit. Instead, it should be about having fun. The Brazilian World Cup is best understood as a party. You don't host a party to get rich. You do it to have fun, and Brazilians will have fun. So we talked about advantages of hosting a major event. First, hosting a major sporting event makes people happy. Because people will watch the games with interest, they can leave their dual lives for a brief moment. There's actually research that says hosting big sporting events results in a measurable increase in happiness. Second, major sporting events create jobs. They have a long-term economic benefit. And Olympics and World Cup encourages investment in transport and infrastructure. To conclude, hosting a major sporting event can give many economic, social, and cultural benefits. Thank you.
애초부터 이길 수 없는
오케이, 긴장해가지고.
흰자만 보여. 글씨가 안 보여.
네. So this is how group art did their lessons. We do this every 2 weeks. 2주마다 계속 이렇게 표현 주제 갖고 계속 2주마다 이렇게 합니다. 네. I hope you had fun. I know it's a bit hard to hear and understand what they all said, but it's so fun. It helps them to get up and do public speaking. For students the opportunity to do. And so, yeah, it's a good experience, and I hope later all the students are sitting there watching will be one day up here doing the same thing. Yeah? Suji? Okay, thank you.